in astrology, trying to understanding the relationship or compatibility between each of the 9 planets is very important. So I'll start with Sun. Here, good represents the relationship between the planets in good section and between the planet which I am explaining. And good represents good or very good or excellent, and neutral represents where, let's say, there is conjunction or there is some sort of relationship being formed between Sun and Rahu. Then you could say that they both are going to be neutral in that particular relationship. Here, if it is good, let's say Jupiter and Sun are placed together. Here, Jupiter would help Sun, and Sun would help Jupiter and increase each other's power because they both are friends. Now, the same way, if Sun and Rahu are together, then because Rahu is in neutral section, here Rahu wouldn't increase Sun's energy, or Sun wouldn't increase Rahu's energy. Here many people would assume Rahu would be the enemy of Sun because Rahu creates eclipse on Sun, but the energies or the significations they represent in astrology are very, very similar. So Rahu is also a kingmaker, and Sun is also a kingmaker. So they both are very similar in energy. That's why they don't normally make each other weak or complement each other too. Because at the end of the day, Rahu is an Asura and Sun is very dharmic in the Devas side. So yeah, they are going to be neutral. And when it comes to bad or enemy, these let's say Sun and Venus is forming a relationship in some or the other way. I'll explain the types of relationships in the upcoming or later videos. So let's say Venus and Sun are together or has any relationship, then Venus will make Sun weak and Sun will make Venus weak because they both are naturally enemies in the opposite sides, as Venus, I've explained before, is the guru of Daityas or Asuras, and Sun is on the Dharmic and Devas side. So they are naturally enemies. And the second thing is the things they represent are very different. So they are going to weaken each other. The same way with Sun and Saturn and Sun and Ketu. So in good relationship section, so I believe you have understood good, neutral and bad or enemy. So Sun's relationship with Moon is very good. Jupiter is also very good. Mars is also very good. With Mercury it's good. And with Rahu it's neutral. And with Saturn and Sun it's complete enemy because Sun and Saturn have a bad story or history together, even though they are father and son. And Venus, Sun is also bad, and Ketu, Sun is also bad. So this is from Sun's POV, Sun from the perspective of or point of view of Sun. Next I'll go to Moon. Now coming to Moon, from Moon's perspective, here understanding the point of view or perspective is very important because Moon from let's say just assume Moon as a person, and this person doesn't have any enmity or hatred towards any of the planets. Moon doesn't harbor hate because Moon is a Rajasic. Even though Moon is a Rajasic planet, Moon doesn't harbor hate or enmity towards any of the planets, even though they are all Asuras, or even though Moon and Mercury have a bad relationship. Moon doesn't weaken any of these planets. Here, when it comes to good, Moon is very good with Sun because these two are the royal planets and they complement each other very well. And Moon is good with Jupiter, even though people consider Moon and Jupiter to be opposites. It's actually wrong, because Moon may have bad history with Jupiter, but Moon is at the end of the day a student of Jupiter, and Jupiter really likes Moon even though they had such a bad history. So there is a give and take of respect and love towards Guru and Shishya, or disciple. So that's why Jupiter and Moon will have good relationship. And coming to the rest of the planets, Moon Mercury, Moon Venus, Moon Rahu, Moon Ketu, Moon Mars and Moon Saturn, all of in any of these relationship, Moon doesn't affect these planets. Whereas from their point of view, let's say from Mercury's POV, this can be completely different. We'll see that in the Mercury section. For now, from Moon, understanding Moon is very important. Moon doesn't have enemies, and that is the first and foremost rule. Moon doesn't harbor hatred towards any of the 8 planets. This is Moon. So yeah, no enemies. Now coming to Mercury, Mercury's relationship with the Sun is excellent. Venus is also very good. Rahu and Mercury is also very good, and Saturn and Mercury is also very good. All these 4 planets conjunct or having relationship with Mercury will be very good for Mercury. Meaning Mercury and Sun will complement each other if they have any relationship. Now coming to neutral planets, Ketu and Mars. Here Mercury and Ketu, they don't complement each other, nor do they make each other weak. They just stay neutral. Even Mars is the same with Mercury. Now coming to enemies, here from Moon's perspective, Mercury was not an enemy, but from Mercury's POV, Moon is an enemy because Mercury had a rough childhood because of Moon. Because of the affair or the things that happened with Moon, Jupiter and Jupiter's wife, Mercury harbors hatred towards Moon and Jupiter too. Now to understand the effect, suppose Mercury is conjunct with Moon, or Mercury is forming a relationship with Moon, there in that particular relationship, Moon won't affect Mercury, because at the end of the day Mercury is his sun and Moon has no hatred or enmity towards any of the planets. So Moon won't weaken Mercury, but in that particular relationship Mercury will affect Moon and make Moon very weak. So this is how we can understand the effects from each planet's point of view. Next I'll move to the next planet. I'll move to Venus. Now coming to Venus, Venus has excellent relationship with all these planets, that is Saturn, Venus Saturn, Venus Mercury, Venus Rahu and Venus Ketu. And especially very good relationship with Saturn Rahu. Yeah, Saturn and Rahu. Because Rahu is the commander of Asuras and Venus is the Guru of Asuras. Venus and Rahu will be an excellent combination. And neutral planet, Venus and Jupiter. If you know the story of Jupiter being the Guru of Devas and Venus being the Guru of Asuras, so they, even though they are the Gurus of opposite sides, they both are neutral. From Venus's point of view also Jupiter is neutral, and Jupiter's point of view also Venus is neutral. So they won't affect each other in a negative or a positive way, because the Gurus ultimately respect each other. That's why they don't weaken each other. Now coming to Venus and Sun are enemies, Venus and Moon and Venus and Mars. All these relationships are going to be bad. Example, Venus and Moon conjunction. Here Venus will weaken Moon for sure, and Moon won't weaken Venus, because Moon at the end of the day doesn't harbor hatred towards Venus, but Venus harbors hatred or enmity towards Sun, Moon and Mars. So this is Venus. Now coming to Rahu. Rahu and Venus, Rahu Ketu, Rahu Mercury and Rahu Saturn relationship will all be excellent to Rahu. Rahu and Sun is neutral. And Rahu Moon, Rahu Mars, and Rahu Jupiter is bad, or the relationship will be with an enemy. So Rahu with the Moon will cause Rahu to weaken Moon, but Moon won't affect Rahu. Now from Ketu's POV, Ketu and Saturn and Ketu and Rahu are good. Ketu and Venus, Ketu, Mercury, Ketu, Jupiter is neutral. Here Ketu, some people might assume Ketu and Venus is good, but Ketu represents something completely different from Rahu. I mean the complete opposite. Ketu represents spirituality. So Venus in a very rare case is a good combination with Ketu. So yeah, this relationship is most of the time just neutral. And Mercury Ketu is also the same. Mercury is very gives very childish behavior, but Ketu is too mature, like an old man. So this is also a neutral relationship. And here Ketu and Jupiter, many people would assume Jupiter would be the natural enemy of Ketu, since Ketu is a part of Rahu. But here Ketu represents spirituality in astrology. Even though Ketu is a part of Rahu, the thinking part of the Asura named Swarbhanu went with Rahu. So Ketu is the complete empty body, that is body without the head. So Ketu becomes completely spiritual, and Jupiter supports it. At the same time, Ketu is a part of Rahu. The second half of Rahu. So that's why at the end of the day, they don't complement each other. At the same time, they don't hinder each other's abilities or strength. Now coming to Ketu Moon, Ketu Mars, and Ketu Sun. Now these are very bad combinations in general. Now Ketu Moon is a very bad combination, and there are many solutions. I'll explain the combinations and the remedies later. But Ketu Moon indicates a difficult combination in the chart. The same way Ketu Mars is also considered a very difficult combination, because the remedies are going to be a bit difficult and not simple in general. And Ketu Sun. Ketu Sun is also bad. They are naturally enemies and they don't complement each other. So this is Ketu. So coming to Mars, Mars and Jupiter have a very good relationship, and Mars and Sun are highly compatible too. Now Mars has no neutral planets, because Mars also shows extreme and intense intensity. So it's either good or it's either bad. There's no neutral, or there's no in between good or bad. So coming to Mars, it's just good or bad, that's all. So Mars Mercury, Mars Venus, Mars Moon, Mars Rahu, Mars Ketu, Mars and Saturn. All these relationships are going to be bad from Mars's perspective. Mars will weaken all of these planets if there is a combination. Now suppose Mars and Moon are having a relationship. Moon won't hinder Mars's abilities, but Mars will weaken Moon. Meaning Mars will have some, or the whatever Mars represents, that will be Mars is an assertive planet. So there will be some of Mars's ability or signification, or the strengths or power reflected on Moon. So yeah, this is Mars. Now coming to Jupiter, Jupiter and Sun is very good. Jupiter and Moon is also good. They will complement each other. Jupiter and Mars is very good, because Mars is seen as the warrior of the Devas, one of the most powerful warriors of Devas, and Jupiter is the guru of Devas. And Jupiter and Saturn is also very good. Even though Saturn has very good relationships with the negative planets, or the planets that are on the Asuric side, still Jupiter and Saturn respect each other a lot, because Saturn is all about doing or fulfilling their duties. Saturn governs duties or responsibilities, while Jupiter governs righteousness. So they both respect each other a lot. So this is a good relationship. Now coming to neutral, Jupiter and Venus is neutral, as they both are guru and respect each other. They won't harm or complement each other, even though they are opposites. Jupiter and Ketu, this is also neutral, because as I explained from Ketu's point of view, Jupiter shows divinity, or all pure and neat energy. At the same time, Ketu seeks this energy. So this is a neutral, sometimes good, and that is very rarely good, because this is a good combination only when the person is in pursuit of spirituality, or in pursuit of higher energy or higher things, instead of materialistic things. That's the only time this is good. That's why otherwise this is just going to be neutral. It's not very harmful. And Jupiter and Mercury is bad, because Jupiter is a wise guru, whereas Mercury is a curious, adventurous child. So this is complete opposite. And Jupiter and Rahu is also opposite. Now coming to signification, Jupiter and Rahu would have been good, but at the end of the day, Jupiter is the guru of Devas, and Rahu is an aggressive commander of Asuras. So yeah, this is going to be bad. Now coming to Saturn, from Saturn's point of view, Saturn and Mercury is good. Saturn and Venus is very good. Saturn and Rahu is also very good. Saturn Ketu, yeah, this is also very good. And this is a very rare relationship that forms in anyone's chart. And Saturn and Jupiter is also very good. Now Saturn has no neutral planets relationship with any planet. Saturn's enemy, first and foremost, would be Sun, because this Saturn is the son of Surya, or Sun, and Saturn harbors hatred towards Sun, and this is very intense. So they are complete opposites. And Saturn and Moon is also very bad relationship, and Saturn and Mars is also bad. So this is from Saturn's point of view. So I think this covers all the 9 planets compatibility with each other. Now I'm using this example chart just to show how the same compatibility which I just explained will affect the strength of each planet. Now for example, here Sun is in Moon's Rashi, meaning the Rashi which Sun is situated. Moon is the lord of this Rashi. So Sun has very good relationship with Moon, and Moon has no hatred or no issue with Sun, and is also very good. Here Sun is very powerful. The same way, Mercury is in Moon's house. Here Moon may not affect Mercury, because Moon has no hatred and is just neutral to almost all the planets except Sun and Jupiter. So from Mercury's POV, Moon is one of the enemies. So Mercury will have the feeling like, let's just for example, Moon has organized a party or get together, and Mercury is attending the party, and here Moon harbors no hatred towards Mercury, but Mercury feels very uncomfortable in that party or in that house. So Mercury is going to be weak here. The same way, Venus is also going to be weak. If you understood all the compatibility from each of the planets' point of view, you'll know that Venus doesn't consider Venus doesn't consider Moon to be a friend or a neutral planet. So Venus is also going to be weak. Here Moon is going to be excellent. Compared to all the planets, Moon is going to be the most powerful, one of the most powerful, because Moon is in its own Rashi. So Moon is going to be powerful. Now coming to Rahu, Rahu is in Venus Rashi. So Rahu is also going to be strong, and Ketu is in Mars's Rashi. So Ketu is going to be weak. Sorry. And Mars is in Mercury's Rashi. So Mars is also going to be weak. Here Jupiter is in Venus Rashi. Here Jupiter is neutral, nor good nor bad. So I can just keep it neutral. It's actually in a way good. And coming to Saturn, Saturn is also going to be weak or bad, because Saturn is in enemy's Rashi. So this is the application of the compatibility, and this is in a just basic way. Here all we are seeing is the Rashi that a planet is situated in. Now if we saw some other way of forming relationships, like there are many other ways like trine or exchange or conjunction, and there are many more ways to see the relationship forming or any combination. So for now, just to see if person's planet is very strong or just strong or weak, this is you can use this to check your chart. This is a practical application of the compatibility that I just explained of all the 9 planets. Now at times, if you use any software or anything to open your chart, you'll see arrow marks like this, or arrow marks like this. Here you'll see this mark. Suppose Mars is here, Mars is situated here. Just as an example, here you'll see an arrow mark, or you'll just see a basic indication somewhere that Mars is very strong. Now even though Mars is in Saturn's Rashi, Mars is shown as very strong because this concept is called exalted and debilitated. Exalted meaning very powerful, meaning they get whatever they are missing, and the planet simply becomes extremely powerful and most dominating, one of the most dominating planets in the chart. And here the planet becomes very weak, and I'll explain this exalted and debilitated concept and where each planet is exalted or debilitated, to see what the exceptions may be to the compatibility we just saw. So exalted and debilitated or exchange will be the exceptions to this compatibility rule we just saw among the relationship between planets. Yeah, I think this covers the compatibility.